All right, so we're winterizing a 2011 Supra 22F. There's 7 points that need to be winterized, and Richard's doing all the work and I'm doing all the videoing. So, all right, Rich, what's that the first point there? It's marked with the yellow.
Top of the pump, but we've got to take off the other side actually, because that's where the water's sitting. Whatever happened to getting all the new hoses for this?
Yeah, we didn't do that yet. Oh, wait, remember we tried to order them and.
Well, there was the one place that I found that had them.
Oh yeah. And then we decided that the one hose was.
This is full of water still. Can't get the bottom of the. We're gonna have to take the plug out the bottom of the boat as well to drain all the water out.
A little bit of water in there.
Tad.
So that was coming out of the bottom there.
Yeah.
So that's going to allow most of the water to come out of the block by removing this hose and the hose on the other side.
Well, yeah, not the block, because this is the water pump.
Okay.
And all the hoses come in the top, but it should empty most of the water out of the headers, the top of the headers.
Okay.
And then the next is, now we're going to take the plugs off the block.
Well, there's that other one on that far side there too. See, there's that yellow arrow down there.
Down here?
Yep, right there.
Where?
If you get the light, you can see.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's the other side of the water pump,
Yep.
right? So this is the right-hand side of the water pump, and then you're doing the left-hand side of
The port side.
the port side of the
And
water
starboard.
pump. Okay. Just one boat lesson at a time.
Well, it's like driver side, passenger side on a car. Say left or right, depends which way you're looking at it.
It's a fair point.
Well, it just hopefully alleviates some confusion. How do you remember your port and starboard, Rick? It's the easy way. Port is red,
Port's red.
so it's your heart side.
Okay.
Left. Starboard is your right.
Okay. Okay. So the 7 points that need to be winterized. The first one is the starboard side of the water pump, and the other one, which you can't really see, that he's removing right now,
Is the port side of the primary water pump, which is on the end of the crank,
okay.
and that's the impeller we need to change sometime soon,
Okay.
I believe.
And then, so that's 1 and 2. The third one is the temperature sensor on the bottom of the block. It's marked with yellow.
Take the temperature sensor off first with a 1/2 inch wrench. That's the temperature sensor off.
So there's one on each side of the engine block.
Put the temperature sensor.
So that's point 2. That's point 3 and 4. The fifth one is this hose. Right down here, next to the underneath the manifold.
Wait for an ambidextrous midget to take off.
So that was number 5, and then 6 and 7 are back here by the transmission, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just some crap in the block. All this. So this is your temperature sender that just bolts on. This is the temperature sender.
Yeah.
It's part of the, goes on the block drain. So we'll keep those two together.
Yeah.
Then we've got the same on the other side. Jump in front of here. Actually, these are a lot more full than they usually are, Rick. That might be why your boat is sitting crooked on the lift.
Yeah. So, how much water came out of the hose? That second hose.
Second hose, not a lot, because we'd already, most of it was already. Oh shoot! And that's not undoing the block. Yeah, you see, there's an equal amount on the other side of the block.
Yeah. And we're doing this right outside of Dallas, Texas, because we're supposed to get 5 days of 20-degree weather in a row. A lot of times, if the weather in Dallas doesn't get too bad, we'll just use a block heater. But this weather is not looking good, so we're not taking any risks with just a block heater.
I'm going to check these on the end of the headers to make sure there's no water, because I can't. Normally there's a straight up drain on the headers themselves. I don't remember whether we drained these before or not. They're not marked.
Yeah, I don't think we marked those.
No, we'd never marked them, but I don't see where unless we didn't take these out.
No.
And I don't see another low point of the header. Did we take the ones off in the front?
You don't think it just drains just based off of the...
No, I'm not
the
willing to
temperature
take that
sensor?
chance. No, because the headers and the exhaust...
Well, we marked all these when we went through the manual, though.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but see, this one's marked down here.
Yep.
Oh, so we take that apart. Oh, that's the one we take apart for the headers.
Yep.
Yeah, that's better. That's more like it. That's an actual specific drain just for the headers.
Wonder if we're going to get the Beatles soundtrack in this video. We'll find out. What's that?
It's getting both hands to it to undo it. Probably easier from over there.
That's just the hose, right?
Yeah, just got to be undone.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be doing this after eating. There's too many contortions. Oh, excuse me.
How's that water gonna? You gotta take the hose off and then drop it down?
Yeah, I guess.
It's gonna be interesting.
I don't know if we need to take both of them off, but we marked it for some reason.
Yeah.
So, best to take them off. Although it looks like it's actually. Hold on a second. Oh, so this hose goes out to the outside. That's the outside drain. See where it comes down here?
Yeah.
That goes straight out the bottom of the boat by the looks of it, or to the keel cooler maybe. And this has got a keel cooler in it. See, there's no water in there. There is water in here though.
Yeah.
So the question is, there's no other drain. It must just go right across the top here.
So you take the one off just to create a vacuum for the other?
Well,
No, it didn't come out either.
there's water in this one. Hear it glugging out?
Yeah.
And that comes all the way from the pump end.
Don't feel like there's any water in
No,
there.
it doesn't feel like there's much water in there.
Okay.
It's an empty void. See, I don't know where that one goes. That looks like this one goes. This has got to be oil. These got to be oil lines. So this is probably just an oil cooler where the water goes through
Yeah.
and cools the oil.
Huh?
So that's everything off, I believe, and everything drained.
All right. All right, guys. Well, that's winterizing a 2011 Supra 22F.
Now, if we were going to leave it for a long time, we'd fog the engine down.
Yep.
But we're planning on using the boat again in a couple of weeks once it gets warmer, so no fogging needed.
No fogging needed. All right, and unlike we go ahead and just put, now that all the water's drained, we're just putting everything back together so that it's ready to go when the weather warms up a bit. All right, guys. First YouTube video on winterizing the Supra. Okay, guys, just wrapping up. So Richard's put everything back together. Richard, you said to you that it was useful to use the hinge socket to.
Oh, yeah.
So that's.
So you can get between all the hoses and different things that are in the way.
Yeah, so this hinge socket helps there. Putting this temperature sensors back on needed a 1-inch deep well socket. So he's just wrapping that up now. So the last thing, guys, is there's a lot of water that went into the bilge. So fortunately, the way the boat's sitting right now, normally I would have just opened up this bottom hitch, but it's on a tilt, so there's no water there to drain out. And then the one other thing to remember on this boat is the heater core up in the engine compartment there also has a drain, and that's for the hot air drain here. And unfortunately, I forgot to drain that one year when it got really cold. And so the heater core cracked, and I've just bypassed it, so there's no need for me to do it, but something that you guys need to remember when you're doing yours.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Siri didn't get that, but hopefully you guys did. All right, Richard, say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys, just as an add-on to the video, this is something else that Richard came up with. Instead of screwing around with the cover, we put this cover hoist on, which was a pretty quick job. Just basically have these pulleys. Well, we got to raise it for him too, Richard.
Well, that's how leave that unhooked, because we've got to hook the back on before the front, remember?
Yeah.
Otherwise you can't pull the back over.
All right, so I'm gonna get back far enough to.
Get it on.
All right, go ahead and raise it. So from there, you drop the boat down and you take off. And when you bring the boat back in, all you do is let it down. You can put the boat cover on, easily put the boat cover on with one person. The hardest part is wrapping it around the back platform. And you're done.